What's new, crew? If you're new, my name's Cassandra. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm bringing you guys along to make my meal plan with me. I did a video last month on prepping for once a month grocery shopping. You guys really seem to like it, so I figured let's just do something similar to that again this month. And I wanted to answer some questions that I got on that video. So first thing I do is really just look in my fridge, my freezers, my pantry. If you're new here, we buy our meat in bulk. Breaking down our meat situation here, my husband is an avid outdoorsman. We all kind of are, but because our kids are still small, our kids range in age from 8 to 7 months. So obviously we can't all go out and do big fishing trips or big hunting trips like we would like to, and hopefully one day we'll be able to do in the future. But my husband kind of takes care of that for us. Our older kids do participate in youth hunt throughout the year, but we buy strictly just ground beef from a local farmer. We buy it in bulk for basically pennies on the dollar. We'll invest, I think we invested in 350 pounds of ground beef, so I don't have to buy any ground beef for anything at all. For our roasts and our steaks and things like that, we will do venison, so that's where my husband comes in, or our older kids come in with hunting. We will use those for all of our roasts. Are more like expensive cuts of meat, we typically will use the venison for. We also buy a whole pig actually from our neighbors. We've done that since we've moved here, so the last 4 years or so. So I have currently lots of pork in our freezer, all different kinds of cuts. We have a ton of ground beef. We still have some venison left over from last year that I'm working on going through, because it is going to be hunting season before we know it, and I want to get out with the old and make room for the new stuff. Plus, my husband just got back from a huge fishing charter. He went with some buddies and was able to secure a year's worth of salmon. And that's not including all the other fish that we have. My husband loves to go trout fishing, so we do lots of trout, we do lots of smoked fish. Plus, we have lots of whitefish and panfish, so lots of options. We kind of source all of our meat out because we can't do that here on the homestead. That being said, sitting in to do my once a month grocery shopping, I know a lot of my fresh produce is coming out of the garden right now. I'm anxiously waiting on my tomatoes because my plants are just full of fruit, gorgeous looking tomatoes. I'm just waiting for them to ripen. I'm pulling out lots of peppers of different varieties. I'm pulling out zucchinis like crazy. Lots of things happening. Broccoli is coming out, cauliflower is coming out. Our Brussels sprouts are looking great. Lots of lettuce, things like that. So a lot of that stuff is already fresh out of the garden. It's already down there. When I sit down and make my meal plan this month, I'm really hoping to keep it simple, kind of like I did last month. I did 2 weeks worth of meals and we just repeated them twice. I personally really loved that. It was very easy on me. I kind of want to do that again because I'm working on trying to save a little bit of extra money this month, because I want to do a big Sam's Club haul this month also before the kids go back to school. Stock up, kind of like a before fall stock up here. That's the hope, that's the plan. Now, I'm not going to be able to save my entire budget for my Sam's Club purchase, but I'm hoping to save maybe $100 or so to put towards that Sam's Club haul, and that'll be more bulk things that we have all throughout the winter. So sitting down for this, how I like to make my meal plan. I am a paper and pen kind of person. I don't really like to have electronic lists. So I'm going to sit down and actually number my paper 1 through whatever. I'm going to look to see how many days are in the month. That is important. So in August we have 31 days. So I'm going to need about 31 meals. I'm really hoping, because I want to split the month, I'm going to probably make a list of like 17 or 18 meals, and then we'll just rotate through them twice. So I'm just going to list my paper 1 through 18. Now, the first thing I know I'm going to be doing is I'm throwing a really big spaghetti dinner. One of my family members is kind of going away for a while, and it's going to be like a farewell dinner because it's going to be the last time we're going to see them for quite some time, because they're just going on a life adventure. So that's exciting. So I'm gonna put down my spaghetti dinner because I know we're doing that, and I'm excited about that because once my tomatoes come in, I'm gonna make roaster pans and roaster pans full of spaghetti sauce and pizza sauce. So So I figured I would can that up, save some of it, put it in the fridge, and then I'll make a bunch of homemade noodles and some homemade garlic bread and salad out of the garden, and that'll be a big meal for us. I like to start with things that I already know that I have, or things that I know we like to eat every single month. Some of that is some sort of pizza. So we'll do either homemade pizzas, whether that be stuffed crust, whatever the toppings are. I keep all of the topping in bulk. So all of our vegetables down in the garden. All of our meats, I buy pepperoni in bulk, and we have tons of Italian sausage from the hog. We like to do ham, all those things. So some sort of pizza variation, whether that be a homemade pizza, a calzone, or strombolis. We're leaning towards strombolis recently. Kids love them. We dip them in the pizza sauce. They're fantastic. I also have a ground venison stromboli that I want to make. It's the ground venison, you put in some cheese, and then you do some sort of greens. I have tons of kale in the garden right now, which would be great. You can put spinach in it, onions, mushrooms, like all of those things. We're gonna roll it up and eat it in a stromboli. I think that's going to be fantastic. So I'm gonna put down our venison stromboli. I also know we also always like to do some sort of taco variation for our family. It's just a really easy meal. Something that I can put in the crock pot. Maybe I'm having a really big canning day and I just want to put some meat in the crock pot and let that do the work for me. I can make some Mexican rice in the Instant Pot for a side, something like that. So I'm also going to put down tacos. So we could do pork tacos, beef tacos, because I have all that ground beef in the freezer. We'll probably end up doing ground beef tacos. Our family's favorite version though is definitely chicken tacos in the crock pot. I've shared that recipe a ton of times. I can, if I remember, I'll link it down below. I think we should also do chalupas this month. We haven't done those in a while, but I'm thinking of all the vegetables we're gonna have coming out of the garden, all the tomatoes and the lettuce, all that stuff. So this is a point where I'm gonna hit up my Pinterest, and my Pinterest is linked down below if you want to follow me there or look at any of the pins. Maybe I mentioned something and I forget to link it. You can just go on my Pinterest and it'll be on one of those Pinterest boards. I have a couple of, I know I've been saving a couple meals and a couple of different ideas that I wanted to try. I saw this cheesy chicken sausage pasta. I want to give that a go. It just looks like a really easy meal. And it also looks like something that has the potential to be a really good freezer meal if I wanted to make it in bulk and freeze some of it for later. So I'm gonna put that down. Last month I did these burger sliders. Everybody loved them. So I'm going to do those again. I still have some of the Hawaiian rolls that I used to make those sliders down in the freezer. So we're gonna do that. And really it's as simple as this. I just go down and scroll. Sometimes I see recipes that we've done before because these are my saved pins. And I'll be like, yes, okay, we really like that. We haven't done that in a while. Add that to the list. Or maybe it's something that I saved and had the intention of making but never actually made. I also will take inventory from my family and say, hey, what do you really want to eat this month? Is there something you really want? Is there something we haven't had in a while that you're looking forward to, that you want me to put together? So I always ask for opinions on that. One thing also to mention while I'm kind of scrolling here and looking is the fact that my kids do go back to school this month. However, I'm not going to be putting down school lunches, anything like that, because I want to do a second run before the kids go back to school to get all of that lunch stuff, because if I get it at the beginning of the month, all I'm gonna hear all month long is, can we get that? Can I eat that? Can I have that? I don't want to store it away and have to keep telling them, no, 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 it's school lunches. Those are for school pail lunches. I'm just gonna wait and go back a couple days before the kids go back to school and just stock up. That's kind of where the Sam's Club haul comes in. Stuff for lunches and just like bulk household stuff that I really want to get. And so I'm scrolling. I am seeing some things. I'm seeing stuffed cabbage, and I have a ton of cabbage that's ready to come out of the garden. So let's do some stuffed cabbage. I also saved this cheesy ground beef pasta skillet dinner. I've saved this forever ago. I've never made it. So I'm gonna add this to the list. It's kind of just like a, what are those called? It's essentially just a hamburger helper kind of copy. But I think that and maybe some rolls or something would be pretty good. So let's see, we're just gonna keep scrolling here. I've been saving a lot of things for stuff that I know is going to be coming out of the garden, just because I know I'm going to have a lot of that stuff. So as I've seen it, as I've been scrolling Pinterest, like feeding the baby, I've been saving things. I'm going to put down salmon patties. I do remember my husband saying something about wanting salmon patties recently. I think it was when we were processing all of those all of the salmon. He said something about it. I see these cracked chicken sandwiches. I'm going to put that on here. I'm pretty sure I have everything for this actually. And I'll do that, and then I'll probably just make some homemade fries on the side. I've been doing that a lot and the family has been really liking that. I'm going to put down hot dogs and a tortellini pasta salad. My kids and I really love pasta salads, so we're gonna do that. And as I'm talking about pasta salads, I actually remember this taco pasta salad that we haven't done in a really long time. It uses Doritos, so I think I'm gonna do a taco pasta salad, and maybe I'll do, I don't know what would go good with that. Maybe we'll do burgers. Trying to utilize what I have in the freezer, all that ground beef. We just buy plain ground beef because I can make that into a lot of different things. I can make patties out of it, I can make meatballs out of it, so then I make all that stuff myself. It saves a lot of money that way. So we are just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. I'm just kind of looking, figuring out what looks good. We could do fajitas. I do have a lot of stuff coming out of the garden right now where that could be an option. I actually think I'm gonna do venison steak, which is just like pepper steak, but I have a ton of venison tips in my freezer. My husband and I processed our own deer the last year or two because where we usually pay to have our deer processed, it was right after COVID. A ton of people were hunting, relying on that for meat in our area, and they were super backed out, and the prices skyrocketed everywhere else. So we decided to just process our own. So we left them very basic. We ground some of it, and then we left a lot of it just in tip form. So I have a lot of tips, and I think that would be a really good way to use them is in a pepper steak. We'll use a lot of the peppers that are coming out of the garden, the onions. I always have rice on hand, but you could eat that over mashed potatoes if you wanted to. And of course you always have the option of, do you do a brown gravy or a tomato gravy? Options. So I like to have options. I think people really overcomplicate meal planning. They think it has to be a very like strenuous thing that takes a whole lot of time, but in reality it really doesn't. This is very simple. I'm sitting down, I'm just listing out some meals. We're going to repeat it twice. This is a great way to start, especially once a month grocery shopping if it's really intimidating to you. This is how I grew up shopping, so I don't really know anything different, but I can definitely see if you're a once a week shopper or even a 2-week shopper, to go for a whole month could be a little overwhelming, but this is a great way to do it. Just sit down, make a 2-week meal plan, just repeat it twice, and that would be a really quick, easy way to just take the stress out of it. I'm also seeing a teriyaki chicken casserole. I've never actually made this, and I think it would be really good. We're gonna have snap peas coming out of the garden here any day, green beans. I always have carrots. We're gonna have broccoli, so I just throw in a lot of garden veggies with rice that I already have and a little bit of chicken that I'm gonna buy from the store. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do the teriyaki chicken casserole. So just in these last 20 minutes here sitting here, this is also taking me a little bit longer because I'm also talking to you, I'm pausing, I'm also taking care of other kids, my baby is napping. I'm just going to take care of the things that need to be taken care of kind of in between. We're all parents, we know how that works. We have 15 meals. We're almost done with our meal plan. So I have scrolled my entire pin board here for meals. I have 15 meals. I want 3 more just to kind of round things out. So this is when I'll go into the search bar on Pinterest and just type in things like maybe summer meal ideas, quick meal ideas, budget meal ideas, whatever sounds good to you. Maybe you have a lot of pork in your freezer and you don't know what to do with it because they're just kind of some random cuts. I would type in, maybe you have like a pork hock meal ideas or recipes, and then find that recipe, use that. That's going to save your budget, and it's also utilizing what you already have. Just saying that, I'm already remembering I have some pork ribs in my freezer, and that would be another either really good meal to start in the crock pot and then throw on the grill to finish, or just a full crock pot meal. That and like some baked potatoes, whatever veggies coming out of the garden would be fantastic. So I'm gonna put down barbecued pork ribs. That would be very easy. And potatoes, I could even make maybe potato pancakes with those if I have leftover potatoes from another meal. Really easy and simple. Now, not all of these meals we're gonna be able to eat twice. That's just the reality of it. We might have leftovers. Maybe that's the second time we're eating it. We'll use it. The point is, it definitely will be used. I'm seeing some chicken wraps, so I think we're gonna do some chicken wraps, and I might actually splurge and just buy chicken tenders to put in the chicken wraps. I think the kids might like them a little bit better that way. It'll be a little bit of a treat. So let's do some chicken wraps. And then I'm gonna make a note here that I'm going to get breaded chicken tenders for that meal. And then we'll throw in, once again, whatever vegetables are coming out of the garden. I can make some honey mustard to go with it. That sounds delicious. Or the kids can put ranch in theirs, or kind of whatever their personal preference is. And you can see we're just moving right along here, trying to make the most out of our time here. Just kind of peeking here. I think we're also gonna do spaghetti pie. That could be our second version of spaghetti. It's basically the same ingredients that I would use in spaghetti. I just add a little bit of sour cream and bake it. Also takes eggs and Parmesan cheese, but I always have eggs because of the chickens. A little bit of Parmesan cheese we try to keep on hand at all times, so that would be a really good one. I'm seeing rice bowls, or basically like Chipotle bowls. We could do that. So I'm gonna put down Mexican rice bowls. I could make some Mexican rice and then throw in tortillas, basically do it almost like nachos. We could do that. So I'm gonna put Mexican rice / nachos. I do have some nacho cheese I like to keep on hand for nacho nights. Very simple, very easy. Some of that with our ground beef, or maybe I have some shredded chicken that we can put on there. And just like that, I have 19 meals here. My baby just woke up, so I finished my meal plan today in that little bit of a nap. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and making this meal plan with me today. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day wherever you are, and of course I will catch you guys.